Yeah, my name is JP Campbell. I was born in Swinford on the 19th of April 1928. I went to the national school, to the nuns school until I was about 7, and then I went to the boys' school. After that, I went to St Nathan's in Balladreen. I went there in 1942, and I left in 1947. And I just got, at that time, it wasn't important to have a certain number of points in your to go to the college, to go to the university. So everyone was just going for a pass. We had a few honours students in my time, but as far as I was concerned, a pass was good enough, and that's what I got.
What was it like living in Swinford then, JP?
That was during the war, and things were very short. My father had a shop in Swinford. He had a hardware shop and seeds and groceries and so forth.
What's in that? Do you know what's in that shop now?
It's a drapery shop now.
Belong to who? Do you know?
We sold it when we left Swinford, but Swinford, it is a very kind of a rural town. In 1932 or 34, a lot of the people from around that Swinford area were taken away and they were transplanted up to County Meath and Westmeath, with the result that Swinford became a poorer town. And at that time, all the people from Swinford and that general area, they went to England on a regular basis for the potato. They called them tatey hawkers, or they went back for the different jobs, building and that so forth. But I mean, there was no employment as such in Swinford, in the Swinford area, and they were all small farmers.
And was it a miserable place?
No, well,
or was there a bit of life in it?
It was quite a good town. We were a very musical town. I was in an opera called HMS Pinafore. It was on in 1938, and we got a lot of notoriety from it. But it's the only piece of music. But then the convents, and the convent school was the principal place for the girls, and we didn't have a secondary school there then. The only secondary school we had was St Nathan's College in Balladreen.
That's for boys?
For boys, so that's where I went.
What were schools like that time? Were they harsh places, or
well,
did you enjoy them?
Yeah, they were quite good, but they were kind of in the classroom, like some students were taught better than others, I thought.
Bit of favouritism?
There's a lot of favouritism, and the people, the teachers, they taught their own family better than they taught the rest of us. One family alone, they taught one guy, he got his matriculation at 16, and the other fella got it at 17, and both of them became doctors. But it was a fragmented kind of a
system.
Some people were treated better than others.
Okay. Was there much sport in the college that time?
It was all sport.
All sport.
Like
what type?
When you got off from college, when you got off from school in the summertime, we had the River Moy, which is only 2.5 or 3 miles down a place called Lough Corra, and we would go down there all the time and swim. And then we had a place called Brabson's Park, which is about 1.5 miles up from the town, and that's where we spent all our time. So if we weren't doing that, and when we got a little bit bigger, we went to the dances. We had a place called the Town Hall in Swinford, and we used to have dances there every Saturday or Sunday night. And then out in the country areas, they had their own halls, and the places used to be packed out there because there was a big population there at that time.
And would you go out there?
Well, I played in a band. I played in a band in a place called Derry Ronan, and that's where I was. That's where I started playing in a band at the age of 15.
And what instrument did you play?
The piano accordion and the violin and the piano.
So
well, most most people in Swinford, they learn some instruments. I did the violin mostly. I did about 6 degrees in it. So I mean, once you got into music, you could nearly play any instrument.
Do you go to movies?
Yeah, well, to see, they opened a cinema in Swinford in just before the war, 1938, and that was our pastime on winter nights. And to get into it was 4 old pennies. 4 old pennies, and it was Hopalong, Cassidy, and all that crowd of business. And it's actually more entertainment than some of the stuff we get nowadays.
Films are better. Black and white.
Well, they were good for us because, I mean, we had never seen it, you know.
Can you remember any outstanding one that sticks in your head?
Well, I suppose the first one I remember really was Gone with the Wind, you know. And we had Hopalong, Cassidy and
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers, and they'd sing a song, and then you had the cowboys and Indians, you know, that kind of a thing, you know.